Hey learners, Pranshi Verma this side. Welcome to my channel guys. In today's YouTube session, we are going to learn transportation system multiple choice question and answer for your upcoming examination. And guys, as you know, multiple choice question answer आप cover कीजिए, but as well as आप अपने subject theory पर focus कीजिए, because जितना ज़्यादा आपको concept clear होगा उतने अच्छे से ही आप multiple choice question answer paper में perform कर पाएंगे. Now let's begin. In this, your first question is, the ultimate strength of steel in tension in compression to shear is the ratio of 3:2. Okay. Next question. The permissible stress for carbon steel under static loading is generally taken as 4000 to 4500 kg per semi square. Next question. The property of a material which enables it to resist fracture due to high impact loads is known as toughness. Next question. A hot short metal is option B, brittle when hot. Next question. Guessed theory of failure is applicable for following type of materials. Option B, ductile. Next question. Rankine's theory of failure is applicable for following type of material is brittle. Next question. If an unsupported uniform cross-section elastic bar is subjected to a longitudinal impact for a rigid body moving with velocity b, then a compressive wave of intensity Sc is propagated through the bar as follows: BPE. Okay. Next question. Tensile strength of a mild steel specimen can be roughly predicted from following hardness test is Brinell. Next question. Resilience of a material is important when it's subjected to shock loading. Next question. In the case of an elastic bar fixed at upper end and loaded by a falling weight at lower end, the shock load produced can be decreased by decreasing the cross-section area of bar. Okay, option A is right one. Next question. Other method of reducing shock load in the above case can be to increase length. Option B is right one. Next question. If a load W is applied instantaneously on a bar, then the stress incurred in bar will be option A, to independent of ratio of mass of load W. Okay. Next, W to mass of bar by E. Okay. Next question. Brittle coating techniques is used for experimental stress analysis. Option D is right one. Next question. Stress concentration is caused due to option D, all of the above. So causes are variation in properties of material from point to point in a member. Option B is also right. Pitting at points or areas at which loads on a member are applied. And C is also right. Abrupt change of section. So right option is option D, all of the above. Next question. The endurance limit of a material with finished surface in comparison to rough surface is more, less, same, and option D is more or less depending on quantum of load, and option E is unpredictable. So right answer is option A, more. The endurance limit of a material with finished surface in comparison to rough surface is more. Next question. Plastic flow in ductile material is lessens the seriousness of static loading stress concentration. Option B is right one. Next question. The maximum stress due to stress concentration in a bar having circular transverse hole as compared to its static stress without hole will be option C, 3 times more. Okay. So option C is right one. Next question. The fatigue life of a part can be improved by short pinning. Next question. Stress concentration is static loading is more serious in brittle materials. Next question. Stress concentration in cycle loading is more serious in option A, ductile materials. Next question. Endurance limit of fatigue limit is the maximum stress that a member can withstand for an infinite number of load application without failure when subjected to completely reversed loading. Option D is right one. Next question. Pick up wrong statement. Fatigue strength can be increased by option D, hot working. Okay. So fatigue strength cannot be increased by hot working, and fatigue strength can be increased by hot working is a wrong statement. Okay. Next question. Which of the following is not correct procedure to increase the fatigue limit? Right answer is option C, surface decarburization. Okay. Next question. Coaxing is the procedure of increasing. Option D, fatigue limits by overstressing the metal by successively increasing loadings. Next question. Which is correct statement? Stress concentration in static loading is option A, very serious in brittle materials and less serious in ductile materials. Next question. The notch angle of the IJOD impact test specimen is option D, 45 degree. Next question. In Vickers hardness testing, the pyramid indentor apex is 136 degree. Next question. Which is correct statement? Stress concentration in cycling loading is option C, equally serious in both types of materials. Next question. In testing a material for endurance strength, it's subjected to completely reversed load. Next question, if a material fails below its yield point, failure would be due to option B, fatigue. Next question, the fatigue limit of a material is generally decreased by poor surface conditions. Next question, cold working increase the fatigue strength. Okay, option A is right one. Next question, yield point in fatigue loading as compared to static loading is option C, lower. Next question, residual stress in material is independent of external loads. Option C is right one. Next question, the building up of bond and underized parts subjected to repeated loads by electroplating is best method. Okay. Next question, in nitrated parts, the origins of the fatigue cracks will occur at none of the above. Okay, so no surface, no just below the surface, and no within the core, and no could occur anywhere. Okay. Next question. Which process will increase the fatigue duration of parts? Option B, short peening. Short peening as a process will increase the fatigue duration of parts. Next question. Which is correct statement? So right answer is option B. A member made of cast iron will generally, okay, be more rigid than a member of equal load carrying ability made of steel is right statement here. Next question. Resistance to fatigue of a material is measured by option E, endurance limit. Endurance limit. Next question. In most machine members, the damping capacity of the material should be high. Option C. Next question. The ratio of endurance limit in shear to the endurance limit in flexure is option D, 0.55. Next question. For steel, the ultimate strength in shear as compared to ultimate strength in tension is option E, 2 by 3. Next question. The endurance limit in shear of carbon steel can be obtained by multiplying the endurance limit in flexure by a factor of 0.75. Option A is right one. Next question. At low temperatures, say 75 degrees Celsius, the notches bar impact value of steel decrease markedly. Okay, option B. Next question. A bolt has a head on one end and a nut fitted to the other. Option A is right one. Next question. The crest diameter of a screw thread is same as option A, major diameter. Next question. If D is the diameter of bolt hole, then for a flanged pipe joint to be leak proof, the circumferential pitch of the bolt should be option D, 20 bolt to 30 bolt diameter. Okay. Here D stands for diameter. So right answer is option D, 20 bolt diameter to 30 volt diameter. Next question. Maximum principal stress theory is applicable for option B, brittle materials. Next question. The following type of nuts is used with align bolt. Option E, any one of the above. So align nut is right, hexagonal nut is right, slotted nut is right, and castle nut is also right. So right answer is option E, any one of the above. Okay. Next question. A stud, option C, has both the ends threaded. Okay, in a stud has both the ends are threaded. Next question. Shear stress theory is applicable for ductile materials. This is materials. Okay, spelling mistake here. Next question. A tab bolt has head at one end and other end fits into a tabbed hole in the other part of B joint. Next question. For application involving high stresses in one direction, only the following type of thread would be best suited for buttress thread. Next question. The included angle in unified of American national thread is option A, 60 degree. Next question. The function of a washer is to provide bearing area. Next question. Cap screws are option A, similar to small size tab bolts except that a greater variety of shapes of heads are available. Next question. An alien bolt is option C, provided with hexagonal depression in head. Next question. The deflection of a cantilever beam under load W is 8. If its width is held, then the deflection under load W will be option C, 48. Okay. Next question. Ball bearing types screws are found in following application. Steering mechanism. Option D is right one. Next question. Set screws are option C, used to prevent relative motion between parts. Next question. A self-locking screws has option C, coefficient of frictions is followed by tangent of load angle. Next question. The designation M33 multiply 2 of a bolt means option C, metric threads of 33 mm outside diameter and 2 mm pitch. Okay, it's very important question, guys. Next question. Machine screws are slotted for a screwdriver and generally used with a nut. Option B is right here. Next question. Rivets are generally specified by option D, nominal diameter. Next question. The edges of a boiler plate are beveled to an angle of option D, 80 degree. Next question. Which of the following is a permanent fastening? Option D, rivets. Okay, rivets is a following. Rivets is a permanent fastening. Next question. In order to avoid for tearing off the plate at edge, the distance from the center line of the rivet hole to the nearest edge of the plate in terms of diameter of rivet D should be equal to option C, 1.5 D. D stands for diameter. Next question. If the tearing efficiency of a riveted joint is 75%, then the ratio of diameter of rivet to the pitch is equal to option B, 0.25. Next question. Traverse fillet welded joints are designed for option A, tensile strength. Next question. Jam nut is a locking device in which? Right answer is option A. One smaller nut is tightened over main nut and main nut tightened against a smaller one by loosening, creating friction jamming. Okay. Next question. The pitch of threads on a chalk nut in comparison to pitch of nut is option A, same. Next question. Buttress threads are usually found on option E, railway carriage couplings. Next question. In order to obtain bolt of uniform strength, option C, drill an axial hole through head up to threaded portion so that shank area is equal to root area of thread. Okay. Next question. A key capable of titling in a races milled out in a shaft is known as option A, Woodruff key. Next question. A key made from a cylindrical disc having segmental cross section is known as Woodruff key. Okay. Next question. A tapered key which fits in a key bay in the hub and is flat on the shaft is known as flat saddle key. Next question. Fibrous fracture occurs in option A, ductile material. Next question. Turned blocks has option C, left hand threads on one end and right hand thread on other end. Next question. Eye bolts are used for option E, lifting and transportation of machines and cubicles. Okay. Next question. Elastic nuts is a locking device in which option C, hard fiber or nylon cotton is recessed in the nut and becomes threaded as the nut is steved on the bolt, causing a tight grip. Okay. Next question. If D is the normal diameter of a bolt in mm, then the initial tension in kilogram in a bolt used for making a float tight joint as for a steam engine cover joint is calculated by the relation option E, 168 diameter. Next question. If threads on a bolt are left hand, threads on nut will be option B, left hand with same pitch. Next question. Taper usually provide on coater is option C, 1 in 24. Next question. Application in which stresses are encountered in one direction only uses followed type of threads, option B, buttress. Okay. Next question. The draw of coater need not exceed option A, 3 mm. Okay, so the draw of coater need not exceed 3 mm. Next question. A bench vise has following type of threads. Option D, ACME, Acme. Okay. Next question. The valve rod in a steam engine is connected to an eccentric rod by Kunkel joint. This is very important question. Next question. A split nut is a locking device in which option B, a slot is cut partly in middle of the nut and then slot reduces by tightening a screw. Next question. Taper on the coater and slot is provided option B, on one side only. Next question. The function of cutting oil when threading a pipe is to option D, all of the above. So it's included provide cooling actions, lubricate the dies and help remove chips. Okay. Next question. Silver based solder is used for option B, bridging. Okay. Next question. For tight leakage joints, following type of thread is being suited. Option B, NPT. NPT stands for National Pipe Threads. Next question. In order to permit the thermal expansion contracting to tubing, it should be option D, bent. Next question. A tube has the following advantages over pipe. Okay, so here advantages are lighter and easier to handle. Next advantage is greater shock absorption. Next one, smoother inside walls. And so right answer is option D, all of the above. Okay. Next question. The strap end of a connecting rod of a steam engine is joined by option A, give off coater joint. Next question. A backing ring is used inside the pipe joint when making a butt weld. Next question. The shear plane in case of bolt should be option D, never be across the threaded portion. Next question. Castle nut is a locking device in which option D, through slots are made at top and a cotton pin is passed through these and a hole in the bolt and coater pin. Okay. Pin splitted and bent in reverse direction at other end. Okay, so right option is option D. Through slots are made at top and a cotton pins is passed through these and a hole in the bolt and cotton pins is pitted and bent in reverse direction at other end. Next question. When a nut is tightened by flapping a washed below it, the bolt will be subjected to following type of loads. Option B, tension. Next question. Gearbox is used for to obtain variable speeds. Option C. Next question. The edges of the plants for cylindrical bases are usually beveled to an angle of 80 degree for flaring and caulking. Okay, so right answer is option D. Okay guys, now let's wind up this lecture. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more updates. Wish you very all the best for your examination. Thank you.